presents.
That's Kevin.
That's Greg, and we are half of the Wrens.
So you guys have had a long and strange career. Do you think that in 60 seconds you can sum it up for the passing viewer?
Sure. I'd say 20 years, 4 guys, living in a house for 15 of those years, trying to be an original band, and sometimes doing it right and sometimes not.
As you'll see today.
Yeah.
What?
That was even less than 6 seconds.
That
What do you think about
was
that?
well done. That was well done. Can you talk about the effect that New Jersey has produced upon your band and the music you make and what living there it's done for you?
Well, we all grew up in the southern part of the state, which is like a really nice, beachy community kind of thing, which no one would even fathom would be in New Jersey, since usually everyone just flies into the Newark airport and all they see is Elizabeth, and all they want to do is get out and get to New York. So that's the unfortunate view that everyone usually has of Jersey. But later we all moved up to like the northern Jersey area and all found our way to Secaucus. And like for us, that part is really, I think, what really represents the band, because the people there are great. They're all, really hardworking people. There's no fake poser, nothing about it. You go to the local bar. One night we went down there and the entire bar was playing quarters. It was the most amazing thing. So everyone is really cool. In fact, the mayor just got arrested yesterday for embezzlement. So, it kind of sums up Jersey.
That sums up Jersey.
Yeah, that does. Can you tell us about that ferry gig? That's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, because it's like you said, we grew up in the shore community, which in Jersey, it's just like the 50s, like doo-woppers, they go to the boardwalks and you have like all these old school bands. So there was no indie scene, there was no nothing. So we had to start getting gigs, and the first gig that we kind of got was being a house band on the Cape May ferry going from Cape May to Delaware. And what we had to do is play for 40 minutes over from Cape May to Delaware, and we had to play covers, and it was the saddest thing of all time. We were absolutely hellacious, awful. We would load our equipment in, we would brought a PA, and we would play covers like everything from The Cure to The Smiths and we were so awful. This old guy actually he told us he wanted to chop our instruments with the emergency axe that was above our head, so.
Yeah, our mom actually got us the gig.
Yeah, that's even how bad it was.
Yeah.
So there was no scene whatsoever.
Well, we made $5,000 for the summer, so back then that
right.
sort of got us started. So,
but if your mom's getting you gigs, it's not really. You're not on your way. You're not going to make it anytime fast.
Yeah, and you guys got kicked off for playing Debaser.
I was actually at a club. A buddy of mine I went to high school with. He became owner of the club. Played there one summer, and we were kind of still doing the cover kind of thing, and we were kind of nice and all that kind of stuff. And then after a year being in the city, our first song out that next summer was Debaser, and we didn't return.
Well,
they let us finish the night.
We had to play. I don't think we finished the night.
Yeah, we finished the night, but then, or maybe we didn't finish the last set. We're supposed to play 3 sets.
We're supposed to play 3 sets, and then we played Debaser
2.
somewhere in the second one, and then he threw ice at Jerry from the bar, and then he fired us. So we were done that evening.
What do you guys think of the Creed reunion? Are we going to see any Wrens Creed street fights going on?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like a gladiators type of event that we would like to have with them. So
maybe we'll do a Guitar Hero thing or something, a rock band. Or something.
Yeah, no, I think it should be in skivvies and big swords, because that's the way Creed would want it.
That's true.
We want to be on mountaintops with unicorns,
tank tops on it.
Yeah, tank tops, and then we'll just rock them into the netherworld.
That wouldn't be hard to do. I wanted to ask you about the 5th Wren contest, because that was really interesting. Like, how often? Can you explain it first of all?
Yeah, sure. You want to do it?
Yeah. So like we have tons of parts that we can't actually do on the record, and then we figured it would be cool to have other people up there helping us out and playing different lines and different parts. So we thought, You know, I mean, our original idea was to have tons of people up there to play guitars, different instruments, but since we're slow at doing everything, we've only gotten so far just to the piano part. So,
and it also happened because the first tour out from the Meadowlands after like 6 or 7 years, Jerry couldn't play our very first tour. So we had our booking agent step in and play some drums. But one night he couldn't do a show. So there was this kid in Portland, Oregon that said, I know your songs, I'll play. So literally, we met him in Seattle and he drove, we had a gig in Portland and he played the next night and he was amazing.
it was great.
He was just awesome. So he said, why don't we have people come from the audience and always just play songs for us? And that's sort of the way it's kept on. And so essentially what it is that we put it out there that anyone at any show that wants to be part of the band and play part of the song can come and be a fifth Wren.
So how many of those have you gotten?
We've
Just about every show.
Every show we receive tons and tons of requests. Actually, everything from people who really can play to people who just like, I can't play at all, but I want to do it. So we had two brothers do it one time. That was kind of fun. It was their birthday. I think they were twins. That was kind of freaky.
Or the Brooklyn show, the guy who was doing 100 shows in 100 days.
Yeah, we had this guy from Brooklyn. He played. Yeah, his whole concept was he's going to go see bands for 100 nights in consecutive. So
across the world. It was really cool.
That's a cool idea. So he was one of our fifth Wren.
Okay. Between Sea Caucus and Meadowlands, that was 5 years-ish?
Yeah.
Or no, wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thereabout.
Yeah, thereabouts. A long time.
Seemed longer.
Yeah.
What were you guys doing, like, in between that?
You know, it's the weirdest thing. I always say, because someone quoted us, they said that we're like the Daniel Day-Lewis of indie rock, that we just sort of just disappear, which is kind of interesting, and they were right. And it's not that we disappear and never do any music. Like, we're constantly working, we're constantly doing music. It's just we can't get it together to make records the way we want. So instead of just putting out record after record, it literally just takes us that long, frankly. So we just sit there and we fight with each other, and then, this works, and we try different songs, and we try this, and we just don't release it until we're happy. So that's really what happens. It just takes a long time. It's now been 5 years, going on 6 years since the Meadowlands again, and this time it's been a little bit more life than just music. That's kind of gotten in the way or held things up. But also we've been touring. We were playing a lot for the Meadowlands, and since most of us have day jobs, Charles works from home and has his stuff. And Jerry has his work, and Greg and I, we have our jobs.
But what do you guys do?
We work for Pfizer Pharmaceuticals.
Pfizer Pharmaceuticals?
We do. We have a day
wow.
job, and every morning we get up and we go on the bus and go to work.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a good job.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is. It's you don't have many bands that work in the pharmaceutical industry.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And Jerry, he does
Finance.
high finance,
Wow.
so he does like hedge fund stuff. Yeah, that's what's been the kind of weirdest thing is, we might not be the youngest band or the thinnest band or the band with the most hair, but or actually the hippest band, but we are one of the strangest bands.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, at least you guys are like the coolest dads ever.
Seriously.
Let's hope our kids think so.
Yeah, right.
All right. Oh, so we were talking about the follow-up to the Meadowlands. You just kind of...
Yeah. The follow-up is that it's oddly enough, this is our 20 years of being together as a band, and tonight we're kind of celebrating that amongst each other, and we've never been more together as a band. It's kind of odd. So we're putting together tons of music. We have tons of sketches for songs, and we're just going to start releasing a lot of music over the next couple of years. So, or we'll break up probably by September or so. We're not sure yet.
Okay. Well, that's really good to hear. Well, the first part. So I think we're good. I talked with you guys way longer than I was supposed to. So that was
nice. Thank you, man.
Yeah, no
Thanks,
problem.
guys.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.